Hi and welcome to another video update of Dividends Daily, the channel that shows you the progress of a dividend growth portfolio. Well, if you haven't clicked the bell icon yet, maybe you should consider doing it. I'm pretty sure they added such an option for channels with inconsistent uploads like mine. Before I start with today's update, let me just point out that the holdings you are now looking at, and also at the beginning of each episode, are not meant to be suggestions. You must always do your own research before taking any investing decision. The market is on a downtrend, and as of the recording date, Monday the 20th of September 2021, while it is still open, the S&P 500 has fallen by 2.1%, marking its worst daily performance since May 12, 2021. What does that mean for my dividend portfolio? It means two things. First, I can buy shares of good dividend payers at a lower price, and second, that I should not invest a complete monthly amount at the beginning of each month, but keep a bit of money for opportunities like this. The main question that does matter for my portfolio is this: are the dividends affected by this downtrend? As far as I know, nope. Dividends paid are not related to the stock prices, but to the amount of shares owned, and that cannot fluctuate. 10 shares of a company are still 10 shares, no matter if the stock price is at $200 or at $100. If that company declares a dividend payout of 20 cents per share, that is $2 for the 10 shares owned. I have mentioned many times in the previous videos that one of the many reasons I picked dividend investing as my main investing method is because I don't have to worry about these daily ups and downs. On the opposite, I see days like this as if going for shopping on sales. A good company will still be good even if the share price drops, as well as a bad company will still be bad even if the share price grows. Some food for thought there. And to answer a viewer's question about how much time do I spend investigating or staying up to date for each holding, I would say the bare minimum. You would expect with 95 holdings that I spend my time in front of 5 screens looking at charts, drinking one energy drink after the other, but I will disappoint you. The few hours left after work are spent with my wife and my little daughter. I see dividend investing as a tool to create passive income, a tool that will be generating me money instead of me having to work for it. It's been only 1.5 years in this journey, and I couldn't be more excited about the progress. Looking at my current portfolio value as of the recording date, the 20th of September 2021, with the market still open, it sits at around $14,635 and falling. Out of that, $1,930.50 is unrealized gains at 15.2%, which is significantly lower compared to the previous update. Quick look at past performance. For the day so far, minus $44.53. For the week, minus $423, which means minus 2.79%. For the past month, minus $210, which means minus 1.36%. In this screen, you can see the dividends I have received so far for September 2021. Two things you might notice here: the grouping of the months and the ticker symbols based on a specific color, and the dividend received from Duke marked with yellow. Let me explain a bit about both, and you will then understand their relation. The grouping of the months based on a specific color is because most companies pay dividends quarterly, meaning every 3 months. So if a company pays a dividend in March, it will pay again in June, now in September, and once more in December. That's one color group. Exceptions are the ones I have marked with red, which are monthly payers. Also, I consider as payout date the day I actually receive the dividend on Revolut, which is normally plus 1 working day after Revolut, or better the brokerage firm, gets the money from the companies. Now about the Duke dividend box marked yellow, this is a good chance for me to explain the easiest and fastest way I manage to stay on top of my holdings, meaning knowing directly if they have cut their dividend or decreased it. So starting with the color filtering, I can compare the current month's dividends to the past ones I received. Ideally, the latest dividend received should be higher than previous ones, or at least the same. Now, while I was typing in the dividend received from Duke, the first thing that came to my mind is, damn it, they lowered their dividend. Please don't rush to check if they did if you are holding Duke Energy, because they didn't. I checked and found out that they have increased it instead. Then the only thing left to do was to contact Revolut, and as it turns out, the tax was charged twice. Normally the withholding tax based on the agreement that the country I live in has with the US is 15%, but in this case it seems that I was charged 30%. I will update at some point if it gets corrected. On a more positive note, the total amount of dividends received so far for September 2021 is at $32.28, with a few more dividends pending until the end of the month. And that brings the total amount made within 2021 so far at $305.65, bringing me $74.35 away from my prediction, which I might end up crossing 1 month earlier than expected. Let's see. Moving to my favorite part of the video, the progress charts. This is the income growth quarter after quarter. A few days left to complete the third quarter of 2021, which brought in so far $109 in dividends. Looking at all-time progress month after month, I don't expect to break the $40 in passive income this month, but I guarantee you it will happen before the end of the year. Then I also have the monthly comparison versus last year. And last but not least, a new addition is the yearly comparison. Since Revolut does not allow any filtering of the portfolio, I'm doing it manually in the spreadsheet I have created, where I am able to filter by ticker name, by amount of shares owned. I can see the current stock price, which is getting updated automatically. What is my average share price? I can see info such as the dividend yield. Unfortunately, that I have to add myself. I can filter by the PE ratio, filter by the holdings total value, which is basically the same order as Revolut shows the holdings. I can filter by the percentage gains or losses. As you can see, my top 5 percentage drops are Southern Copper, LTC, Western Union, Region Financial and CLX. But if I am to filter by the value decrease, you can see that the biggest unrealized loss I have is in LTC by almost minus $80, and then the rest are smaller amounts. One last filtering possibility is by allocation, where I am trying to be below 4% on each individual holding. There are many great videos on YouTube showing how to create a portfolio tracker. I might as well consider making a step-by-step video in the future. But if you are not into making your own spreadsheet tracker, which you should, you can go to trackyourdividends.com, which is in my opinion the best online tracker and is for free. Recently, I have been buying into VICI properties. It is currently at $29.44 a share. VICI will have an ex-date the 23rd of September and the payout date the 7th of October, meaning that we will receive the dividend on Revolut app Friday the 8th of October. It has a very low PE ratio of 12.74, well below the average, a dividend yield of almost 5%, rated mainly as buy and strong buy from the analysts if you do look into that, and the price is expected to grow again based on the analysts. A bit about VICI. Their properties contain approximately 70,800 hotel rooms and feature over 200 restaurants, bars and nightclubs, including approximately 34 acres of undeveloped land adjacent to the Las Vegas Strip that is leased to Caesars, plus 4 championship golf courses, etc. Looking at another important metric, the payout ratio, it is at 73%, which is also considered okay for a REIT. REIT meaning Real Estate Investment Trust. VICI has been growing the dividend for 3 years in a row. Before I close this episode, I would like to say once more, thank you for the interest and the support you are showing both on YouTube but also on the Instagram account, which is approaching 100 members. You can always find the link in the description. I have also added a useful link for Revolut users to GlobeFund their website. They have posted a list with all available stocks on Revolut app and they keep updating it frequently. You can click on the blue box to download the complete list, and if you use the Google Sheets app, it will be opened there directly and it will be automatically updating the prices. I suggest you get the app if you don't have it. All the spreadsheets I'm showing on the channel are made on Google Sheets. What is great about the list is that they have even sorted out the dividend payers in a separate sheet. As far as I can see, there are currently 464 dividend payers available on Revolut. I will be soon owning 100 of them. Well, that was all for now. Until the next time, remember to stay positive and never compare your progress to others. Bye.